What's going on, guys? I'm back here with another battle from the Spear and Shield Tournament 2 versus 2 in Rome 2. It's hosted by myself, and this time I've got my team, and we've actually just named ourselves Papitos, Pequenitos. Yeah, little daddies, you know, kind of a reference to Bobby's team, but also not necessarily. Against Hunnicwarrior's team, which is the legendary Noob Warriors Hunnic and AC Morr, against me and AC Sofado. So, this is the first game. I don't even remember the bands, honestly. Something like Saba, Boei were banned. Yeah, that's right. Saba and Boei were banned, or maybe Saba and Tillis. Then Parthia and Galicia were saved, and then something like then they banned Boei in the second ban phase, and then we calculated precisely that so this Galicia was saved, Tillis was gone, so there are only two strong infantry factions left. Rome and Arverni, so we decided that we wanted to keep both of those factions in the pool because they would pick two times. We would pick Parthia, then they would pick twice, so they would pick Galatians and one of Arverni or Rome, and we wanted to make sure that we could get one of those other factions because if, let's say we banned Rome, and they would pick Galicia and Arverni, and then we would have no real counter to that. I mean, we could go Kush or Nervii, but obviously they would be a big disadvantage. So we decided to ban Pergamon as a little bit of a troll for Hunnic. He was glad to see it, maybe. But anyway, so we picked first, we picked Parthia, they picked then Galicia and Rome, and then Sofado went Arverni at the end, so pretty even matchup, I would say. Bit of an advantage because we have Parthia, I would say, and I don't know why they saved Galicia. I mean, Hunnic obviously a big fan of that faction, so maybe that's why. But I would have preferred to see a Tillis save maybe after we saved Parthia. But anyway, actually maybe they saved first, so either way, not really a big deal. Let's get into the game and see how it goes. 2v2 battles are definitely difficult. I think me and Sofado figured that out when I've been actually like basically not seeing Sofado's side. Like I saw glimpses obviously when I was checking to make sure he was doing fine. But really I was focused on right, Galatia's gonna have much better infantry. Your team is gonna have a bit of an extra infantry and try to double, but that means that Parthia is on those infantry units that are trying to rotate, and obviously the cast as well, which so, we can go over me and Sofado's army. Actually, yeah, okay, yeah, this was funny too. We both deployed on top of each other, expecting to in this battle, me and Sofado were talking, and I wanted to go face Galicia, and he would face Rome. But we both did this, so we kind of just were like, whatever, I just deployed on the right. So yeah, a bit weird. But in the end, I think Hunnic wanted to come for me anyway, even though it looks like Rome is going to be playing here. Hunnic is eventually going to move. I'm going to triple speed while we walk into position, because obviously we're not going to run in this kind of battle. I think they're all walking. Maybe Hunnic is running a little bit, but probably should be walking. I moved my horse archers out to this flank to help with Rome. This is a bit risky, but I did want to have them on the right, our left, because that's the right for them, so they will get unshielded side shots on the avocado and stuff. And I felt like I was good to hold Galicia for a while. I actually forgot my double blood cap here. I'll move him forward in a sec. But yeah, Galicia could do well by moving the jab cap around my flank. But I felt like I have a ton of hillmen and stuff, so I could really defend it. Now that the armies are separated, though, let's go and look at the builds. I have 4 cataphracts here. I've got 3 Eastern cataphracts, 1 Royal cataphract, 1 Noble Blood cavalry in reserve. I didn't get 5 catas because I felt like I needed a bit stronger infantry to hold against Galicia, because they will have way bigger infantry. If they roll my infantry like 5 seconds, I'll be under a lot of pressure, and they can go double Sofado, and that's really not good. So I only have 4 catas, but obviously still quite a decent cavalry force. The Noble Blood Cap will be decent. I mean, it won't be Cappadocians, but it can hold and let my cataphract cycle and that kind of thing, so that's always good. I've got 3 Parthian swords here. That's the benefit of only having the 4 catas. I have 2 Persian hoplites. These guys will hold. It's kind of the only job. And 3 hillmen in reserve here to make out my 6 melee infantry. And I also have 1 Eastern spearman here to take a charge or something. Here, I guess Hunnic got a little bit scared that I had 3 horse archers behind his lines, started to bring his Galatian ringers over to help out. So that's pretty much what I wanted to happen, because the Galatian ringers aren't going to be very helpful in supporting fights compared to my horse archers, because my horse archers can do it from quite a better and safer range. So yeah, that's my range. Also, missile units, I have 3 Parthian foot archers, both of these guys, one of the best units in the game, 400 with 40 missile damage. Really can't beat that. Okay, now I also have these 3 Starvation horse archers, of course. Over here for Sofado, he's got 4 heavy horse. He also has 4 chosen swords, 2 Oathsworn, which he's actually put in front of his chosen sword line. Interesting. I'm interested to see how that actually plays out. He also has 4 Celtic Slingers, 4 Spear Warriors, and 1 Levy Freeman, so very strong Arvernian army. Here Hunnic starts to take the flank. I was feeding it to him. I could spread out, but it's kind of dangerous to spread out, I feel like, in a 2v2 when it's really easy to double people. And I was like thinking, okay, if he spends more units here to like the flank, like the Galatian Legionary or 2, I'm just gonna go hit Rome with Sofado, and I'll just hold like this. So it's not really a big deal. Now, before the battle starts, I should go over the enemy armies. This is AC Morr with Rome, and he has 4 Vigiles up front. He has, I think, 4 Avocadi or something. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 Avocadi and 2 Veteran Legionnaires. He has 3 Syrian Archers. He will also have quite a bit of cavalry, actually. He has, like, Equite, and 4 Saki Equites, so 6 Cav and the Gen, Legatus. And that's it. So, pretty interesting to have 2 Equites. Not really sure why he was thinking about that. Here, these slingers will get some nice volleys on this Avocadi, catching a couple of them with their backs turned. Quite a few of them with the backs turned, actually, but no kills. Obviously, they are quite well armored. Now, Hunnic is pushing forward with some weird Levy Freeman things, and obviously the idea here is to try to get javelin volleys on my archers, or bait them out, whatever. So I just pull my archers back. Hunnic has 4 Levy Freeman here. He has 4 Galatian Legionnaires, 2 Galatian Swords, I think. Something like that. Maybe only 1 Galatian Sword. He has 3 Galatian Spears, and he has 2 Noble Horse and 2 Cappadocian Cav, so quite a heavy cavalry force. And he also has only 2 Celtic Slingers, so that's very interesting against Parth to only have 2 slings, because they will not be able to really do any damage to my archers. I mean, he can shoot them. Here I'm going for some nice shots on the Cappadocians, and I kill 1, so that's nice. This engagement's obviously going to be good for me. I'm just going to let this Hillman, or Eastern Spear die. Over here, Sofado is kind of not engaging yet, but yeah, I got a nice cross charge with the Cataphract. I hit this Galatian Sword. I didn't get a charge on my Hillman either, and then I just charged this Cappadocian Cav, which lost 10 men, or something like that. 6 men, so not great. But now he, in return, is going to get both his Galatian Legionnaires in here. I charged the second Cataphract in, and I will have a Parthian Sword in here already to eat this charge. You can see this Cappadocian Cav end up losing 20 men, so that's quite good. Here he went for a charge here, but Sofado nicely covered my flank, and now I'm pulling my archers back. Here this Cataphract will obviously charge in and destroy this Cappadocian, so he's not going to do it. This was a complete waste as well. I didn't realize it was going, so I had to change my target. But it's going to get really javelined up by like 3 units, so really going to eat shit. And then get rear charged by Cappadocian Cav. Nice charge by my Gen though, into Galatian Legionnaire. I don't really have anything to follow up with it though. I guess it'll have to be a Persian Hoplite. Here though, I'm getting nice shots into these Galatian Legionnaires. You can see they're kind of on the flank there. His Spear Warriors are trying to push through, but I'm completely holding here. I have a free Parthian Swordsman in reserve to kind of do whatever needs to be done. Here, Sofado is engaging. His Spear Warriors are much better than these Vigilantes, obviously, but he will get javelins on them when they go into square. Classic technique. Over here is a massive blob. I need to pull this Cataphract out. I'm trying to, you can see it's here. But it's not really doing very well. This Noble Blood Cav is going to help in that, and then these Parthian Swords on the flanks are good to anchor the flank. Here I just have Hillman, 1 Parthian Sword, and this Hillman in the middle are going to break soon. But that's okay. They're only up against Levy Freeman actually, so it's not too bad. And this Galatian Legionnaire is already down to 89 men, so that was because I think it got charged by this Royal Cataphract, doing a lot of massive damage. Over here, my Quartz Archers are dipping away from these guys, and now they're going to be able to shoot these guys in the back, and they're helping support this Cav. But it looks like Sofado is rolling this Avocadi support, which is nice. His Oathsworns are in the middle here, and on the right flank, so they're going to be doing quite well. And Morr kind of missing his Cav there. They're trying to get around. They're trying to get through now. His Cav is kind of getting destroyed here though, because heavy horse are so much better. Over here, I have my reserve Parthian Sword, just trying to finish things off, pulling this Hillman back to cycle, and my archers can focus his units here. You can see his slingers are shooting my archers. It's not doing too much. Here, a nice jab volley from his Levy Freeman onto my Royal Cav. Will kill only 1 man though, and he has a lot of Cav here, so this is dangerous. I need to get support. I will do so in the form of this Eastern Spearman and some shitty Hillman that got returning from the battle. Meanwhile, this Parthian Sword is going to hold the center now, and what's going to do is it's going to win here and push through and cause some chaos there. This Cataphract is going to be pulled back, I think, because it's doing nothing. Yeah, it's going to come hit these Galatian Legionnaires in the flank. Here, massive blob, but these Galatian Raiders kind of got involved in it. My Horse Archers are just doing massive damage here. They are going to start to eat Syrians, though, so I just leave. Pretty good micro. Sofado was calling when I should retreat my Horse Archers too, which is really a good help to me, because I'm obviously focusing here. You can see I'm busting through the center now. These Persian Hoplites are fine. There are no Galatian Legionnaires here, so these Parthian Swords, these Persian Hoplites are going to start winning. And now he's only winning here, which is fine. And over here, as you can see, these Galatian Legionnaires are 80 men, but wavering, which is very nice for me. My Royal Cataphract lost a few men, but it's fine. These guys stopped wavering, but they're starting to get focused by all three of my archers, which is very nice. And here I charge in my Parthian sword. It's only 57 men, but it will hold for a while. Nice charge from Hunnicwarrior on the back of these guys. He's getting some good angles. But now these Parthian swords have broken through, and I'm just going to engage in his cav. Get a nice jab volley while I'm at it, and that's going to be really nice. Here the Oathsworn, these were just like engaged against some, looks like, chosen swords. But there are two units here, and these Oathsworns are going to be a big threat if they can get a charge here. They can kill both these units off. Over here, of course, Sofado's general will be doing very nicely. These Syrian archers haven't been focusing Oathsworn, and look at these slingers getting flank shots. And these, if Kali got rolled by the chosen swords, they got charged first. So this is going to be very good. Here I mismicro my cav a little bit. They lose 15 men there. Now these Oathsworn are starting to roll, and this, again, he's busting through with his legions, but there's nothing to really bust through against. Here my cataphracts are just cleaning up loose units. Here I got into his Cappadotians. They kind of got through to my archers though, so I'll need to defend against that. Here I stop fighting this Cappadocian because my general and this other cataphract can come finish them off, and I have to stop these Equites from getting in behind. Now this Epicati is free, but it can't really do anything. It's just stuck behind. My horse archers are behind, and once Sofado engages this unit, I can just charge down his Syrians, and they still have like half of their ammo as well. Here you can see his infantry is finally winning, but in the time that it took to win that, I have been able to really clean up a lot of his cav and secure my cataphracts and archers in good positions to finish them off. Galatian legionnaires here gonna get a lot of damage against these Eastern Spears, but they're dying in my cataphracts. And you can see this Parthian swords will hold forever, and I sent these noble blood cav in here just to like help hold and not let him run forward here, because my archers were under a lot of pressure, and I needed him to not be able to chase them all down right now. Still have 3 cataphracts at most pretty good strength, 50, 45, and 30. And my horse archers are still pretty much alive. Here I wanted to go for some shots on this noble horse because it was still alive but not being microed really. And you can see now, here's the problem, let me go into slow motion real quick. Here's the problem for Glacier. Like, sure, he has actually cleaned up house over here, but now he has all of these exposed units, and my archers are now free to pretty much kill everything. These Equites are 3 men, which is really annoying. These noble blood cav did get out with 6 men, so maybe that's equal. But now they have to return to their flock, and I can just shoot them in the back now. And this Parthian sword over here is going to win against these Galatian spears pretty easily. Here I'm getting nice shots on this noble horse. He finally realizes it though, and yeah, he's going to turn it away. But you can see I'm getting nice kills. These guys do have javelins though, so I start to leave. I knew as soon as he starts moving this unit, he's also going to move this unit, so I'm leaving here. That was a bit slow, and they do have javelins, and obviously the Galatian barriers are faster than mercenaries or missions. Sofado is cleaning up here. You can see these blobs are great because his slingers have been able to freely shoot whatever they want, whereas these Syrians have been worrying about my horse archers the entire game, and also like have been pressured by his Sofado's cav very nicely. So now it looks like Galatia has actually won, but in reality that's a bit of a misnomer because I have 3 full strength cataphracts, all 3 of my archers, some infantry, and all my horse archers. So even if this was like a 1v1, I would still be in good shape. It might be a little difficult because he has slingers, but not too difficult with 3 horse archers alive. Nice Levy Freeman Hughes here. Running these guys away now. Sofado's Oathsworn General is going to come in here and toast some remaining Epicati cohort here. These veteran legionnaires held out. Well, 140 kills, not bad. But now the main task is just going to be to destroy the rest of Hunnick's infantry. And we were both under the impression that we were going to have to ultimately... oh, he actually popped the Area Vistas ability. Morr. We were both under the impression that we were going to have to end up dealing with some infantry in the late game, but I told Sofado, just keep your slingers alive, I'll keep my archers alive, and we'll be Jake. So, okay, I'll go back into play. See, my Parthian swords are winning here, and I'll also get this Parthian sword back. So I'll have like 70 infantry units, men left too. Here, these just are weak infantry units, and these... his noble horse gen's pretty strong, but there's an Oathsworn here from Sofado, so I can pull this unit out. And I need to protect my archers, because his sneaky general is over here. But now, Sofado has cleaned up pretty much everything. These Roman infantry are running away back to their mommies. But now these spear warriors are killing off the Galatian raiders, and at this point, we'll just be able to surround. Trying to shoot out this noble horse a little bit, but it did manage to dip fast enough. Here, I'm just running this Parthian sword, and it has javelins, so I kind of wasted them. Should have used them on the noble horse, but pretty much trashes this Galatian legionary. He might charge it now, though. The Roman infantry is going to surround this Oathsworn, but Sofado smartly went into headhunt in a second here. First, there's this Galatian legionary, which I was going to deal with. I should have just charged it and not had to deal with anything. But I was a little worried that he had javelins. You don't want to waste cataphracts at this point. You can see he charged in his noble horse here, killing off his Parthian sword, but Sofado has pretty much won. This Galatian raider is dying finally to some slingers. The Oathsworn is going to help out with that. And my horse archers are just here shooting. Or, no, I think they're saving their ammo. But anyway, here, Sofado's infantry was about to rout, and 22 men, but he goes into headhunt, And so I just spread out my archers and start roasting this blob. In precision shot too. And they're all like surrounding this unit, so you can see back's turn. Juicy shots, and here comes 46, already down to 40, and they're going to continue to drop. Here, I saw the slinger was in square too. I see I was doing enough damage here, and you always want to kill the slingers when they're in square. You can annihilate them so quickly. It's actually so funny. That's why you always need to keep your slingers as wide as possible. Archers too, obviously. That's why my archers are like that. My horse archers come in here, try to get some shots, but yeah, it was kind of not. So you can see I now focus the slinger and watch this. Just like 90 all the way down to 80. They haven't taken any fire in the entire game yet, so like 3 volleys and they'd be dead. I have my 3 cataphracts just chilling here. They were tired, so I was trying to rest them, but this cataphract was still very tired, but whatever. I just went in, and I don't even mind to kill this Eastern Glacial Spear. Nice jab volley. I realized this cataphract is going to die, but I'm using this time to just shoot up his infantry, and you can see Sofado has all 4 of his slingers positioned very nicely here. My Cataphracts gets away. It's 20 men, so it's not even too bad. And now you can see, yeah, Hunnic doesn't want to engage. He is shooting my Cataphract, which is fine, but now I'm shooting his Noble Horse. And now I say, okay, all these infantry are just low HP. I can just kill them. You can see nice shots from my archers there. Kill this unit, kill these units, and it should be very easy. I'm going to lose this Cataphract, but if he focuses it and lets my other 2 Catas get in and kill everything, that's absolutely fine. Yep, my general just kills this unit, pulls through, well, knocks down and then pulls through. And trample charges these slingers. I actually was targeting this unit, but I'll just spam attack orders. He's gonna go for it, but this is Cataphracts against Noble Horse. No chance. They can't even, especially on trample. I mean, they're just gonna die. They are not full HP either. This Noble Horse almost makes it in, but it just gets annihilated at point blank, pretty much. Actually gets in. That's routes for armory losses, pretty much. Saw the slingers doing a nice job. I didn't even use my horse archers, and he had some infantry left. So pretty good game, actually. It was really interesting to have that dynamic of 1 cata faction. Everything else being like pretty standard melee factions. And here comes the sneaky general. Morr popping all the abilities, of course, trying to save it, but not gonna happen. My archer will clean it up and get some extra free kills. So we can go look at the kills. Cataphracts did okay. I mean, 85, 81 kills is not great. My general did pretty epic, actually. But again, a lot of those kills were on cav, and that's pretty much the key. And you can see my archers had like half their ammo left. Not too many men because they got charged at the end, but they were pretty healthy. My horse archers, 2 of them were alive with half ammo. And my Parthian swords actually did really well. I'm glad to see that. 194, 173 kills. Even if some of them were on cheap spears, you just need to hold the line, right? You need to hold the line against everything, and then allow a couple things to break through eventually, which obviously they're going to do against like the Persian hoplites or hillmen or whatever. And then you can just kill those units with your cataphracts, focus the cav down with your archers, that kind of thing. Looking at my opponent, which was mainly Hunnic here, you can see his Noble Horse didn't really do that good. Noble Horse will struggle against cataphracts. I mean, that's just generally true, and they're obviously a big target for my focus fire. One Galatian Raider did okay, but ultimately just got killed, and the other one, I think he mismicroed into a cav blob on the left. So Cappadocian cav did good. Obviously Cappadocians are a great unit, probably the best melee cav in the game, for the price. And they did quite well. These guys were really annoying to face, but you know, they only 2 of them, and they are obviously a big target for archers and javelins who will just destroy them no matter what. Slingers did fine. Not really a threat with only 2 of them. Galatian Legionnaires only did okay. I mean, the issue, right, is like obviously they're gonna win. They bust through the front line, but once they bust through the front line, they're now facing empty space, and they can run forward and dynamite cataphracts. But that's pretty much all they can do. So you can see that kind of reflects in the kills, with them only getting like 1.5 unit kills, or 1 and a little bit more unit kills. Galatian Spears did okay. I mean, they were kind of an easy target for my Parthian Swords and Persian Hoplites to eliminate. And his Levy Freeman did Levy Freeman things. Some of them got some good kills. Nice jab volleys sometimes. As for Sofado and Morr, we can see that Sofado, Oathsworn did quite well. This one did 272 kills, 2 chevrons and died, which is a valiant death for sure. Chosen Swords did quite well, especially considering they're up against Epicadi and veteran Legionnaires who are much better. Slingers did really excellent. I think they were kind of MVPs for Sofado's side of the battle because they were just freely shooting into the cav blob, and then that obviously is going to burn cav, and then he was able to just focus down Legionnaires at the end, and especially when they've already fought an entire Chosen Sword, Legionnaires are going to have low HP, and they're just going to be an easy target. Spear Warriors did excellent as well, really helping the cav support, and they were pretty much unmatched because Morr only had Vigiles, no Gladiator Spearmen or anything, so they were just kind of invincible because obviously they're not going to be fighting the Avocati, and they really help when you have 6 cav and you have 4 spear warriors and 4 heavy horse. You're going to be in great shape, especially in a 2v2 where you're really only worrying about one flank, right? You don't have to worry about defending both flanks. His heavy horse did okay. I mean, they got in a cav fight, they killed some cav. Mainly, I guess it was the spear warriors and the Celtic slingers, though. One guy killed some archers or something. Archers for Morr, I think, were a bit misused. They really should be focusing Oathsworn. Even if you're in a cav fight, you have 6 cav, you can expect to hold the cav fight for a while. And you can see Equites, not really a fan of them, but even his regular cav didn't do so well. But of course, Roman cav is outmatched. These Avocati did fine, all got a chevron. 200 kills here, nice. 148, 134, not bad. But in the end, 2 of them did pretty poorly, and I think that's what allowed Sofado to just get a pretty easy win on his side. Even if on my side it was a bit tougher. But yep, that's the game. Thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully we'll catch you with the next battle of the series. Peace.